Welcome to this explainer. Okay, I want you to step into the shadows with me for just a second. Deep down in the tall grass, completely out of our sight, there is a literal war raging. It's a world of lightning-fast strikes, lethal toxins, and silent, highly orchestrated ambushes. Today, we're looking at a creature that might seem kind of unassuming at first glance, but I promise you, it's actually one of nature's most formidable tactical fighters. We're stepping into the deadly, deeply complex world of the mongoose. Seriously, imagine the deadliest, most venomous predators on Earth. We're talking creatures armed with fangs capable of paralyzing and killing their prey in literal minutes. Now imagine those exact same apex killers being routinely hunted and defeated by a mammal that weighs less than a bag of sugar. It's crazy, right? How exactly does a 2-pound animal look a lethal predator right in the eye and actually walk away victorious? The stakes literally couldn't be higher, and the answer lies in this absolutely incredible combination of physical mastery and bizarre evolutionary adaptations. Okay, let's dive into this. The mongoose is a small, incredibly dynamic mammal built entirely for survival. When we talk about their battles with highly venomous snakes like lethal cobras and adders, well, it all starts with sheer physical prowess. Their legendary speed and agility allow them to actively dodge fatal strikes. Like a cobra lunges, and in a fraction of a second, the mongoose isn't just out of the way, it's already counterattacking. It's this high-speed dance of life and death, which was famously immortalized in Rudyard Kipling's story Rikki Tikki Tavi, by the way. But, as you'll see, dodging alone isn't enough to guarantee survival. Part 1. Designed for the kill, the biological armor. So, what happens when speed fails? Because in the wild, perfection is rare, and eventually, every fighter is gonna take a hit. Well, when speed fails, this hidden biological cheat code takes over. Some mongoose species possess mutated acetylcholine receptors. Basically, when a snake injects its venom, those neurotoxins are desperately trying to bind to the prey's nervous system to shut it down. But the mongoose's receptors have physically mutated. Their shape is actually different. The venom literally cannot lock in. It just bounces off their nerve cells, rendering the bite dramatically less effective. It is, quite literally, an internal, microscopic shield. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate David versus Goliath showdown, happening right at a molecular level. On one side, you've got the deadly snake neurotoxin, an incredibly complex chemical weapon refined over millions of years to be a perfect killer. On the exact opposite side, you have the immune mongoose receptors. The mongoose has essentially hacked the snake's primary weapon. They can take a bite that would instantly drop a larger, heavier animal, shake it off, and just finish the fight. It's a staggering biological advantage. Part 2. A secret animal language, the intelligence network. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that the mongoose is not just some brawler with biological armor. The deeper we look, the more we realize their true power might actually be their minds. To survive the way they do, they rely on an advanced intelligence network that scientists are literally only just beginning to decode. For the longest time, we kind of thought of animal calls as simple, raw emotions, right? Like a bark for danger or a yelp for pain. But a study in the BMC Biology Journal reveals a radical discovery. Banded mongooses combine discrete units of sound, very much like humans using a consonant and a vowel, to actually form a syllable. They are, in a very real sense, using a form of speech.
So, what are they actually saying in this secret language?
Well, their calls are built on a highly specific 2-part code. The first portion of the sound provides a distinct vocal cue to the identity of the caller, and the second part of the sound, it encodes exactly what they are currently doing. It's an incredibly precise update. They're basically saying, hey, I am this specific individual, and I am currently digging. This level of detailed, structured communication is a profound scientific mystery. It represents the first example ever known in animals of combining sounds in this distinctly human-like way. Part 3. Mobs of the undergrowth. Symphony of survival. You see, they need this sophisticated language because they aren't just fighting alone out there. While some species are definitely loners, others, like the banded mongoose and the famous meerkats, use this communication to operate as highly structured military units. These social groups, commonly known as mobs, can swell to massive sizes, sometimes up to 50 individuals working in total synchronization. And guys, this isn't just some random herd. This is a strict division of labor. Inside these units, individuals have specific jobs. Some are on lookout duty watching for eagles, some are aggressively foraging, and others are dedicated entirely to caring for the sick or the young. And when a predator approaches, that entire mob of up to 50 animals will coordinate, using those complex calls we just talked about, to violently attack and drive off the threat as a single unified force. It is a brutal, perfectly tuned symphony of survival.
Let's move to part 4 and see how this builds. An unstoppable global force, the invasive threat. Think about it. When you take an animal with extreme agility, biological armor against venom, human-like tactical communication, and military-style social structures, and then you move it completely out of its natural environment, you don't just get a survivor, you get an absolute unstoppable ecological wrecking ball. Humans, thinking they could somehow harness this predator, made some pretty disastrous miscalculations. In the late 19th century, they were introduced to tropical sugarcane islands just to hunt rats. Then, in 1910, they were brought over to Okinawa to combat venomous habu snakes. But the thing is, the mongoose didn't just target the pests, they went after everything. Because they're active during the day while rats and snakes are mostly nocturnal, the mongoose just shifted its focus to much easier prey, absolutely decimating native birds and endangered wildlife. They were simply too efficient. Today, their relentless marches earned them a strict ban in countries like the United States and New Zealand. So let's recap this elite evolutionary toolkit. Across over 30 species worldwide, living in deserts, tropical forests, and even semi-aquatic environments, they bring formidable, lightning-fast agility. They pack venom immunity that literally neutralizes chemical warfare. They coordinate using complex, human-like speech, and they can strike with the overwhelming force of highly coordinated 50-member mobs. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most highly adapted terrestrial predators on the planet.
Which leaves us with a thrilling, kind of lingering thought for this explainer. You know, when we look out at nature, it is so easy to focus on the lions, the sharks, the massive giants, right? But learning about the mongoose changes your perspective entirely. If a creature this small can possess venom-blocking biological armor and communicate using human-like syllables to orchestrate military-style defenses, what else are we missing? Are we totally underestimating the fierce, highly complex, hidden wars happening right beneath our feet in the undergrowth? Keep your eyes on the shadows.